Hey, everybody, welcome back. This is Camille Essick. I'm host of the Speaker Podcast. This is the podcast where innovators and creators connect. Before we hop into everything tonight, what I need you to do right now is lean on that notification bell and subscribe. Follow us on Facebook at the Speaker Podcast, on YouTube, because we are working to build the channel, Instagram, Camille.Essick, and I would love to hear from you. You can send me an email at thespeakerpodcast@gmail.com. Y'all, we have some amazing things coming up. This is the last live of September. Can't believe this month is going by so quickly. And October is few days away. I have some amazing things I cannot wait to announce for the month of October. We have an amazing schedule. And if you haven't heard, Heart and Soul is coming back. So we're kicking off Heart and Soul again this month. We do it every October. It will be on October 31st this year at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, exclusively on YouTube. I have an amazing panel, which I cannot wait, y'all, to announce this panel. It's gonna be oh so good. And I don't want to spoil everything for you, but what I need you to do right now is go to my website, CamilleEssick.com, and subscribe, because my subscribers, they will receive those announcements first before everyone else. And if you want the tea on what's going on with the panel and this event, you definitely want to check in. So do that right now. Also, y'all, I just released some digital products. I have a new ebook out. It's called Women Empowered Unleashed. That's available on my website at CamilleEssick.com, as well as my e-course and some other great things. So go right now and grab those items right now. Hey, Jared. Hey, Jana. Thank you all for tuning in. If you have not done so, please go ahead and tag a friend, share, and get this out here, because we're gonna have a really good conversation tonight. So, with that being said, without further ado, my sister and friend Adelia Johnson, she is back here to help me close out this season of the Speaker Podcast. We have some great things coming up, and she has an amazing event, which I've already registered for. It's October 26th in Atlanta, Georgia. We're going to get into all the good things. But more importantly, before we do anything and say anything else, Adelia, let the people know who you are and a little bit about what you do.
All right. Well, first of all, thank you, Camille, so much for hosting me tonight. I'm so excited. I'm always excited to be on your show. I really feel like I'm on Oprah. Like when you have me on, I'm just saying you have such amazing things going on, and I'm just saying I see this winning some awards. But anyway, who
Come
am
on and prophesy over my life. I
I'm
receive it.
just
Look,
saying. I'm just
I
saying.
receive it.
It's an award-winning show. That's all I'm saying.
You keep
Um,
saying that, and I'm like, okay, y'all heard it here first.
Yeah, absolutely. And matter of fact, ask Olivia about the last time I said something about something. And yeah, she'll let you know. But anyway,
Oh,
so
Lord.
so my name is Adelia, everybody. It's so good to see you all. Make sure you like, share, tag. I am, let's see, number one, I am a person of all things positivity. I by profession, I'm a social worker, I'm a licensed therapist. I try my best to be a really good sister. I'm an author. I have some books that I've written. Let's see. I do a lot of things. The God has graced me to do a lot of things.
You're an
So
event host.
I'm an event host, yes. So I don't just host the Sister Hype Squad event. I also host just other events like throughout the year, just to encourage people, motivate people, and I do events for their mental health, for positive mental health. So I try to promote that, and I'll be coming out soon with something called Board Meetings with God. The trademark
Yes.
just got approved, so stay
Yes.
tuned for that.
Ownership.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, yes. So that'll be coming soon. And I also have a show called I Am a Morning Coffee. And so that show also kind of circles around things going on, topics that promote positive wellness, and I said wellness because I actually saw wellness in your intro, but so that's perfect. But yeah, but positive mental health. So that's
Yes.
me, a little bit of who I am and what I do.
I love it. And I love the fact that you're a mental health social worker, because I did my certification with you through your program this summer,
Yes,
and you
yes,
opened the door for me because I've always advocated for mental health, particularly for our Black men. And so
yes.
with your program over the summer, those that don't know, I became an emergency mental health advocate for
Yes.
juveniles, and I was excited to get my certification. So thank you, I think you Olivia, Lord, Adelia, for opening that door for me. So I really appreciate that. And I just think in this season, it's just amazing how God just connects you with people and those
Yes.
little things you desire in your heart. And then those people open doors for you. And it
Absolutely.
all starts with honor and relationship, because
That's
we
right.
hear all the time that relationships and honor, they are keys and currency in this place called life. So
Yes,
I just want
absolutely.
to
I
thank you.
agree.
Yes. As we get into this conversation, one of the things that you do with outside of just being all these amazing things, you're awesome as a sister and a friend because we've had conversations offline and recently you've kind of gone through some challenges and I really want to unpack the importance of sisterhood and connectivity in this chapter of life, what is meant for you, and just defining that, like what does that look like?
Okay. So thank you for having this conversation because you're right. I have gone through from May and not saying so from I'll say from May. Let's mark May. So from like May up until now, it has been a very difficult season for me.
Mhm.
Where sisterhood and relationship has really proven to be so valuable. So very, very valuable. I lost my uncle in May, suddenly from a massive heart attack. And then I lost one of my dear friends in on she died on August 31st. And we recently buried her, and
Mm.
she was like a mentor, a friend, sister to me. And those both of those were very, very hard. Grief is hard, right?
Yeah.
But I'll just particularly speak to these past few weeks. These past few weeks have been really rough, Camille, because uh just dealing with anxiety of like the unknown,
Right.
my brain not really conceptualizing that she's gone, right? So it has been hard, and there has been like some circumstances and things of that nature that
Yeah.
has kind of just warranted me to I'm trying to find my words very carefully, warrant me to find safety in the comfort of relationship.
Yeah.
So I really had to sit down. You've texted me and have reached out to me, Olivia, Courtney. I'm not gonna start naming names because I know
Yeah.
I'll forget somebody. But what I will say is that it has been a very, very difficult season, and I
Yeah.
have not been okay. And what I'm thankful for is to have sisters that cover me. And this is for, I think everybody needs somebody that will cover you when you're not okay, when
Yeah.
you're not in a perfect place, when you're not, joyful and completely happy, and you're questioning a lot of things and things are uncertain. And as much as I love God, and as much as I am close to the Lord, and as much as my relationship, I trust Him. Nothing like that term, the Lord being your leaning post,
Oh, yeah.
means so much more to me in this season. And
Mhm.
I have had people that I have had to really lean on emotionally, spiritually, for hugs, for wisdom, just to be in their space, just so I could think about something else other than all of the stuff that was going on and the loss that
Right.
I recently had. So relationship for me in this particular season, it has meant the world. And what I value about it is people have been there when I wasn't on. Like most people want to deal with you when you're on. You know what I'm saying? Like when
Mhm.
you happy and you happy go lucky and you doing your podcast and everything's all good. They don't want to sometimes they don't want to deal with you when you crying, or when
Yeah.
you don't know what to do next, or when you don't have an encouraging word for them. And so this season has been one of those things where I just didn't have much to pour. People say that I did, and I'm thankful for that. But I have felt as though the whole, and I know we'll talk about the conference, but this whole thing about Return of the Roar, I wouldn't be able to do this if it wasn't challenged. If I wasn't challenged with it first. And
Mhm.
so there have been things that have really just tried to restrict me, like my voice and what I've been feeling. So yeah, so just in this particular season, and just for any season, y'all need some people around y'all that's gonna rock with you when things are real good, but it really counts when things are real bad.
Yeah. The good, the bad, and the ugly. Excuse me, what I call the mountain high and the valley lows. and
Yes.
you need people around you that can, um, pick you up in the spirit, so to say, and those random text messages or that call, just, "Hey, you good?" Or just, "Hey, I wanna check in," little things. I know a lot of times on social media, people are kinda caught up and they just send an emoji
Yeah.
and sometimes you gotta stop and make a phone call or
Absolutely.
leave a voice note and say,
Yes.
"Hey, you don't have to pick up. I just wanted to leave this voice note to say I was checking on you. I just wanna see how you were doing."
Yeah.
And that is better than, I mean, prayer hands and doves and hearts and all that. Sometimes you gotta go beyond the emoji or
Absolutely.
and the sorry for your loss, and do the one-on-one check-in,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Go beyond the surface level.
Yeah.
Because this is
Other
real pain we're talking about. Like these
Yes.
are real issues, that we're talking about, real weight. And just the FYI, my lights are flickering. So if the internet does go out, I'm gonna try to log in from my phone.
No
Just
problem.
to give you a heads up.
Um, and also to those watching, please be safe out here. I'm in the
Yeah.
Carolinas, and I think we're all under, emergency, um, warnings here as well.
Mhm.
So in this time, Adelia, what are you doing for yourself as far as self-care and just really, to find solace in this time of transition and loss and moving through the grief?
And this particular juncture, and this is something that I've struggled with before in the past, but I'm asking for what I need.
Mm,
And sometimes, to be honest, I work real hard, right? But I also
yeah,
have, a lifestyle to maintain. I have a son that I got to take care of. I have a vision and a business that I got to take care of. I can't always afford to do what it is that I need, or
mhm,
take advantage of what I want or need in that moment. And so it has been being very transparent. Like, I have needed. I remember the day of her funeral, I just needed a hotel room, Camille. Like, I just needed somewhere else. I needed a different environment.
yeah,
And it was just so much going on. As I was leaving out of the church, a very dear sister of mine, she asked me what I needed. And for the first time, I felt the courage, I guess, or not, I ain't even gonna say courage. I felt weak enough. There we go. There we go. And actually, it takes strength to express what you need. But
yeah,
I was in a very vulnerable moment, and you know what? I accepted the fact that, you know what, I ain't got the energy to deal with pride right now. I need a
mhm,
hotel room. And she booked me two nights, and I was thankful for that. And so how I've been taking care of myself is reaching out to people who I just need to be around. Like,
yeah.
I just need to be around, not to talk. We don't have to talk about anything that happened. We don't have to talk about anything. You don't have to talk about my feelings or anything like that,
No,
but just to
sometimes
be
presence matters. Just
presence
just
matters.
matters. Yeah.
Matter of fact, I'll just shout Courtney out. And then, so don't get me wrong. There's been several people that have been there for me in this way, but I reached out to Courtney same day. Same day, Courtney is like, "Girl, whatever you need." This is our amazing Matthew 25 leader,
Yeah, I love her.
for Spirit and Truth, and I reached out to her, and she made time for me, and I don't take that lightly. Like, she in the middle of her day, she working, what is it she need, or whatever it is that she does. And in that moment, I just needed to be there with her. And
Yeah.
I just needed to talk, and I just needed to, or cry or whatever. And she stopped what she was doing in the middle of her day, and met me. And just for that hour, really ministered to my heart,
Mhm.
ministered to my mind, and what I was feeling in that moment, and allowed me to be vulnerable. And she gave me a safe space, and that was really, really, really important, because you can't fall apart in front of everybody, because you
No,
can't trust everybody with your fall aparts.
no,
And so she allowed me that opportunity to do that. And that's how I've been taking care of myself,
that's good.
acknowledging when I'm not okay by myself and I need to be with somebody else, or I need to be in someone else's presence, or knowing when I need to be alone,
Yeah,
knowing when I need a hotel room and asking for it, knowing if I need to take a road trip. You know what I'm saying? Because driving clears my mind. And so just knowing when I need to take a road trip, and just call somebody on FaceTime while I'm driving, or whatever. I should, don't y'all do that, but I got a holder in my car. So so I I can talk on the phone, you know what I'm saying, and ride. So that's how I've been taking care of myself in this particular season, and just really praying. Like, and that's not cliche. Like, really telling God when I'm having a rough moment, and waiting for him to provide. Like, God, no, I need you like now. Like, like, I need
That's
you to
good.
do something to let me know that you're here and that you're near me. And he has not failed. He has not
Yeah.
failed.
And even, sharing, first of all, thank you for trusting us here with your journey and your story. And I really
Absolutely.
appreciate your transparency with Courtney as far as being able to be in a space where you can break safely. And I
Ooh,
think
that's so good. That's
breaking
so good.
safely, and like you said, you cannot do that in front of everyone, and we've discussed this before as far as being a vault, and one of
Mhm,
those things about being a vault is not only just holding those private things, but providing a safe space where you can break safely.
absolutely. Absolutely. And so you can be brought back together again, because the thing
Mhm.
is that some people you'll fall apart in front of, and they try to keep you apart.
Yeah, trauma
And
bonding.
trauma bonding, and the goal of, falling apart is making sure that you do bring it back in. Hey, Jalen.
Jalen. Hey, and we
Jalen's
wanna
my
thank.
guy.
Yeah, he's a nice guy.
Yeah.
And I wanna thank everyone for joining us. If you're just doing so now, thank you for coming in, Jalen and Jay a lot of J's.
Jalen.
Jalen and Jana, Destiny, and others that have been coming in, popping in. We really appreciate that. Be sure to tag someone and share this episode. We're here with Adelia Johnson. She's the host of I Am My Morning Coffee, and we're just discussing and just catching up and recapping. And we're really talking about right now is a sisterhood and connectivity in this chapter of life. And one of those things that we're discussing, you all, is checking in with each other when you're going through not only those mountain highs, but also those valley lows and what that looks like for you. So in these spaces of just, not just throwing out an emoji, but going the extra mile and picking up the phone and saying, "Hey, how you doing?" Or not just throwing out a cliche and saying, "Hey, what do you need? How can I help you?"
Mhm.
If I can help you, I think I know somebody that can assist you with that. So have you had that in this chapter where someone can say, "Hey, do you need something?" Or outside of just that situation, because you have this amazing event coming up in October, and I know
Yeah.
your hands have been full. So what has it been like for you cultivating and putting together the Hype Squad brunch for 2024?
Oh man. It has been, so I'll say this. I definitely, hey Olivia. So I definitely have had uh I will say people like in my corner that's been pushing me. Destiny,
Mhm.
Destiny, that owns Destiny, Lord, I don't want to mess her name up. Her business name, Destiny Solutions.
Okay.
Destiny, don't kill me if that's the wrong one.
Destiny King Cannon? You talking about Destiny King Cannon?
I'm talking about Destiny Allen.
Oh, I don't know her.
Destined Business Solutions
Okay.
is the name of her business. So she has been so amazing as far as helping me, like, just kind of
Oh,
administratively
Destiny,
prepare for
girl,
the
my
day. Yes,
brain.
yes.
I'm like, I know Destiny. Child.
Yes,
Like,
we know Destiny. We know Destiny.
yeah, I
But
call her Trusty. Yes.
but yeah, she has been great in just helping me prepare administratively and keeping me focused as far as the brunch is concerned. So that has really been a blessing. And it has just been a lot. Like, and I'll be honest, like, come on, as a visionary, if you don't ever have the desire to want to cancel, I don't know if that thing is real, but I know I've been wanting to cancel, Camille. Like, I have been wanting to say, you know what, I'm good. I don't want to do it, because it takes a lot of work. It takes prayer. Like, you have to lean on God when you have big vision with big budget, right?
Mhm.
And I feel like I've just been behind the eight ball between May losing my uncle, losing Iris, and other things, private things going on or whatever. I have just felt like, God, where is this funding coming from?
Mhm.
Like, where, what's going to happen here? And so, but God has God has a way of answering those questions and sending people that will answer your prayers and meet the needs of, you know, whatever it is that he's called you to do. Because if God has called you to do it, he's going to be Jehovah Jireh, and he's going to provide for it. I hope I answered your question. Did I answer your
You
question?
did, and when you were saying that, so last week I watched, parts of Ignite,
Yes.
and one of the nights, Bishop Brandon Jacobs was up. I think it was the first night, and it was, like, a
Mhm.
lot that was happening, I believe they had experienced some theft and vandalism, you
Mm,
know, at the hotel, and he was just kind of sharing, um what he was going through, and he was so frustrated. He
yeah.
was like, "I'm going to cancel." He was going to cancel Ignite and just say, "Forget it."
Wow.
Budget issues with the budget. It was just a lot going on.
Yeah.
But every night, it was like the anointing, you know, came through. Pastor T. Renee Glenn was there, which I don't even have to say anything. Right.
Woo!
So,
Y'all already know what time it is with
yeah,
that.
yeah. So everything happened, and he was saying people were coming up to him. He had, a couple, they flew in from Japan, I wanna say,
What?
or Korea. No, Korea. They flew in from Korea. So
Wow.
people really were coming in because he was just over it, and people were saying, "I needed this. I really needed this," and he was, like, just seeing how the people were getting what they needed,
Yeah.
it showed him, like, the warfare was worth it, and so I tell
Mm.
that to you with this event,
Ooh,
with this brunch, for you to experience this level of frustration and
Jesus.
loss and with the budgets, you don't know what this year's event will do for so many other women
Yeah.
because, you know, we hear all the time it starts from the top down, so if you're
Yeah.
experiencing that, imagine what other women are going through with this event, and
Yeah.
then coming off the heels of the women's conference, like, back to back, and
Yes.
thinking of the timeline, so I know that something amazing will happen at this brunch, and not just a regular
Mm.
brunch lunch, but just with the power sessions, the breakout sessions, the speakers, everything, so I say that to you, keep going because,
Yeah.
first of all, I bought my ticket and I wanna be there this year because I was virtual last year and I wasn't putting 2 and 2 together when I saw Miss Iris, and I was like, "Oh, she talked to us last year."
Yep, she
And
did.
so then I was like, "Oh, okay," and that's when everything 'cause when you're not actually there and kinda remote, you don't really put everything together as well. So I
Mhm.
was like, "Oh, okay, that's who that is." And so for that to happen, to get to this point, I really feel like you're gonna have an "ah" moment, and it's gonna
Mm.
come full circle. So I say to you, keep
I
going,
receive that.
continue to forge ahead, and then the people that are in this room, you don't know what doors will open for you and other
Yeah.
people after this.
Yeah.
So you were right here, and Imma continue to rock with you and support you as
Thank
well as others,
you.
and for those that are not familiar with this event, please let everyone know what exactly is the Hype Squad brunch? What is the conception behind it? Why are we doing this? Like, what is going on?
All right. So, man, that wakes me up. I like that. Not that I was sleepy, but yeah. That excites me. So, first of all, let me say I saw Marvin in here. Marvin Boatman is
Yes.
actually styling me this year.
Yes,
So, I'm super
Marvin.
excited. We had a show where we actually talked about fashion and we talked about because the theme is Return of the Roar. And so it is animal print. And so Marvin is styling me. Thank you for blessing me with your services. And so I am
Yes.
super excited to utilize his services. And he also is sponsoring a look for someone as well. And
Okay.
so I really appreciate that. But what is the Sister Hype Squad? So the Sister Hype Squad launched in 2022. And it initially launched with 50 women. And the goal of it was to just create a safe space for women to celebrate one another, and to have a safe space to also not only just encourage each other in our wins, but also to help each other in our losses, right? Because everybody that comes to the Sister High Squad branch, we can't say that everybody's having a winning year. They may not
Right.
feel that way, but when they're in that room, whew, when you're in that room though, For those hours that you're in the room, you are winning. And you're surrounded by other women that are going to push you and going to encourage you. And I know women would like to call it like women empowerment, and I'm all for that. But this isn't your standard brunch. This isn't your standard, oh, look, your girlfriend outing. And yes, we're gonna have fun. Yes, we're gonna dance. Yes, we're gonna have a live band. Yes, we're gonna have an amazing violinist is gonna be there. And I'll share more information about that later, because Ryan Kilgore will actually be on tour with Stevie Wonder during that time. So and yeah, he's a big deal, you know. But he sent me a wonderful replacement, so I'll be advertising her. And then we have Jennifer Bellamy from 11 Alive, who is actually going to be emceeing the event. So God has started bringing things together, and that's what it's about. It's about women coming together, being together in the room to really push each other, really challenge each other. Our speakers, oh God. So we have Olivia Simmons, who is actually one of the speakers. So I'm super excited about that. She is a powerhouse and an advocate for body image. And she just is really amazing. And then we have evangelist Jennifer Trotter, who will be with us virtually. And she is just the powerhouse behind the Daughters Experience. And we also will have two-time TED Talker, Dr. Matisa Wilvin, and she's our keynote speaker. And my God, I already know, I feel it, that she's gonna drag us. But the whole concept and idea is, the truth of the matter is some of my sisters got spiritual laryngitis. Some of their voices have been shut down. Life has tried to strip them of their voice, and I know because life has tried it with me.
Oh,
And
that hit me.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah. And if the enemy thinks that I'm about to shut up about God, I'm not.
right.
And I'm not gonna let my sisters, quiet down or dumb themselves down or quiet their voices down, because life is trying to smother them. You know what I'm saying? So no, y'all got something to say. You have a vision, you have a purpose. And it's not a comparison and a contrast. It's not compare, contrast, and whatever. But no, your voice has to be.
Yes, your voice has to be heard. And those that don't know, we here in Tennessee, Georgia, the Carolinas, we are under a storm advisory. So there may be some technical issues, and I definitely want everyone to be aware of that. So she may have frozen, but I do want to say, personally, last year I did attend the Hype Squad brunch, and it was an amazing event. And because I was attending virtually, that made me want to purchase my ticket and come in person. And as she mentioned, she's been styled by Marvin Boatman, and he was just on the podcast a couple weeks ago with a panel, as well as Olivia Simmons. Also, she's been here with the Speaker podcast. And so for me to say and know they are involved with the Hype Squad brunch, um, y'all, this is an event you don't want to miss. If you haven't done so, we really need you to go in right now and grab your ticket because this event is going to be amazing. I am putting the information right here at the bottom of the screen. You can use the discount code speaker for the in-person admission, and you can get that available right now on Eventbrite. The link is below. Also, you can go to I Am My Morning Coffee on Instagram. Hit the link in the bio, and from there you can also grab your ticket. Um, y'all, if you have not heard words from Olivia Simmons, she's an amazing speaker. She's so inspirational. She is a plus size influencer for X Plus Wear. She's been on the speaker podcast a couple of times. She's also an author. And so I can attest and tell you, just hearing her story and her journey as far as being representative in the community and showing up, that is someone you don't want to miss. If you've never heard of Dr. Matisa Wilbin, I challenge you right now. Well, not right now because we're doing this show, but later on, go and check out her TED Talks available on YouTube and grab a couple of those episodes and listen because she's been on there twice. I know she did one, I believe, at the beginning of this year, and then she did another one. I want to say in the summer. And those are conversations you do not want to miss. They're super inspiring, very empowering. She also has a book. It's called Prayer Never Loses. She did a series about the importance of prayer going through grief and other things on her Facebook Live. I sat in on those, very empowering, very encouraging, and just renewing. Marvin Boatman, again, he's been here on the Speaker Podcast before. Stylist, y'all, if you have not seen Marvin in person, y'all, this man dresses to the nines every time. Also, that is someone you need to follow on social media. His brand, I believe, is the King's Man. You can check him out. He also has styling services available, specializing in teaching young men and boys how to dress, as well as grown men as well. In addition, ladies, he styles the ladies as well. Absolutely. And we do have Adelia back. And so if you have not done those things, please do so right now. Grab them, check them out. I think we have a little bit of feedback. Olivia is not Olivia. Adelia is coming back in with us here. Um, yes,
Is there
Marvin
that? Can you
Beltman
hear me?
dresses. Hey, Adelia, you back?
Hey, yeah, can you hear me okay?
We can. I was telling the
Okay.
people we had some little technical issue difficulties with the storm, and I was plugging away, telling the people to grab their tickets.
Oh yes, my girl, my girl. Yeah, the lights went out. So I have my flashlight right here, and then I got another cell phone over here with the flashlight. So yeah, so the lights just went out.
Bless. Be safe, sis.
We
But
will.
and we're gonna probably have to cut this short because I think everybody's lights are starting to go out. But and I
Yes,
want you to make sure you have your cell phone battery. But
yes.
let the people know where they can get their tickets for the Hype Squad brunch
All right.
and where they can grab that information.
Okay, wonderful. So you all can actually follow the follow at Sister Hype Squad. I think it's the Sister Hype Squad Experience on Instagram. And or you can go to my page on Facebook. I have, excuse me, all of the links. I created a specific discount code for your show. And it's Speak Her, so you do get a discount if you use that link directly, or if you use that discount code. But it only works for in-person admission. Okay, so I hope to see y'all on October 26th. And it's an Eventbrite, so you can also search Sister Hype Squad Experience, and it should come up in Eventbrite.
Okay. And also after the show, text me that information. That way I can share it to social media so
Okay.
individuals can know where to purchase and to get the link because we want to continue to push this amazing event. And I'm so excited for you. I cannot wait to attend. I cannot wait to hear the speakers. I want to eat because I know the food is going to be good.
Oh, the food is going to be great. Yes, it will
and
be a catered
yeah,
experience, everybody.
yes, and I wanna see, your final look because Marvin, I know, is gonna do an amazing job,
Yeah.
with your big reveal, so I'm looking forward to all of that. Before we wrap up everything, we do want to leave, the listeners and viewers with a few takeaways and just nuggets that you can share with the people, until you come back, and then also where people can contact you on social media.
Okay, absolutely. So, a few nuggets that I would give is if you need a friend, be a friend. If you need a sister, be a sister. If you need a brother, be a brother. Be what you need to other people, even if sometimes it doesn't yield the results. I can't tell y'all how many years that I have poured and have been there for people, and it has just felt like people weren't, there for me. But what I recognize is that you don't always do it for that reason. You do it because you genuinely care about people. And even if it's not reciprocated, you better believe if you sown seeds of support, it's gonna come back to you. And so I just really want to encourage you all to be a seed of support. Show people that you love them for real. Love them, value them, keep them close. Pray for them. Oh man. Pray for them. Pray for their health. Pray for their mental health. Pray that they're well. Pray that God covers them and bless them. Really pray for the people you love for real. So if I would just offer anything, I would say just try to be a genuine person and just try to operate from a very intentional place. And I promise you, you won't go wrong. And you can follow me at the Sister High Squad Experience. You can follow me at Inspired AJ, and you can follow me on all things I am on Morning Coffee.
Awesome. First of all, thank you so much for literally weathering the storm as we got this
Literally.
episode out. And I apologize to the listeners and viewers. We will have to cut this short only because we are under state of emergency and we want to ensure that everyone still has their cell phones, etc. And we all want you to be safe and dry. But with that being said, this is Camille Essick. I am host of the Speaker Podcast, the podcast where innovators and credits connect. And also, we will be back, Lord willing, the month of October. We have some amazing things coming out. Heart and Soul is coming back. And I'm also going to announce the lineup for the month of October. So, what I need you to do right now is be sure to follow us online. We are across various platforms. I've released some new streaming episodes. They're now available on iHeartRadio, Spotify, and Pandora. You can also follow me on Instagram at Camille.Essick. My website is available, and I would love to hear from you. You can send me an email at thespeakerpodcast@gmail.com. With that being with that being said, you all please be safe out there, stay dry. Thank you, Adelia. I'm gonna wrap up with you just a moment. Y'all be blessed and good night. Bye bye.
Bye.